Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. We are live in season 3 of the Hot Seat Challenge, and we have got one of the genuinely the nicest people you're ever going to meet. If you're in Connecticut, give them a ring. Scott Burrow. Scott, my friend, how are you doing? What are you drinking tonight?
Well, hey, Chris, I'm doing really great. That's a very kind thing for you to say. Uh, I try to be kind. I think it's a life goal. So I appreciate you even noticing or saying that. So that's very nice. I'm doing pretty well. I am for you. As you know, I'm normally a teetotaler. I'm not completely, but I normally don't drink too much. But years ago, fell in love with screwdrivers. Just kind of because it was so easy to make, and I love orange juice. And so, the vodka was in there, and I was like, oh, yeah, I guess there's some vodka in there. And so, it's one of those drinks that when you're a teetotaler, you don't mind because it's more orange juice taste. If
Mm-hmm.
that makes any sense at all,
It does.
but it is smeared off, and it's nice thing, and it just is a nice thing. So hopefully, if I, because I haven't drunk in a while, so if if I start slurring or answering Anna Nicole Smith to every single answer, you may know that it could be the screwdriver
That,
talk.
that's your tell. That's your tell. All right.
I pulled it. Wow, I pulled Anna Nicole Smith out of nowhere. That was good. I could have. There are 8 trillion people I could have chosen, and that's who came to my mind.
And Nicole Smith is what came to your mind. May she rest in peace.
That's right. May she rest in peace.
Well, Scott, this is going to come as no surprise to anybody. I am not a teetotaler.
No, yes. And what are you drinking?
I am I want to be abundantly clear. There's absolutely nothing wrong with not drinking. I have zero
Mm,
problems with not drinking. If that's what you are, if that's who you are, and that's what you want to do, more power to you. I'm never going to shame anyone for doing it. I just happen to have a taste for whiskey. I like my whiskey. And Scott, I am doing a bottle kill tonight, my friend. This is the very last of this bottle. I don't have any more of this bottle here. This is the Uncle Nearest 1856 Tennessee whiskey. I've said it before. This is a good mixing whiskey. If you're someone likes whiskey and Coke or whiskey and ginger, this is a good one because it's got a little bit of a fruit on the nose, has a really mellow burn at the end. It's a decent whiskey for that. I don't mix my whiskey typically, so I'm going to drink it straight. It's not great straight, but it's a good mixer.
It's funny. I was just watching North by Northwest, and he gets a whiskey with water, and it always struck me as an odd thing. Doesn't it? Doesn't it distill the taste to put he said water and no ice? I just thought, what a weird way to order a drink. That just sounds like you're watering the whiskey down.
It does water it down a little bit, but what I think my understanding of what it does is it helps the top layer cut some of the burn off.
Oh, okay. So maybe not so kind of acidic-y tasting, or I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. So I don't drink whiskey at all, so I don't
Yeah,
really
so
know.
whiskey to get the real good taste of
Yeah.
whiskey, the first sip you'll do, you'll want to let it sit on your tongue and on your lips. And what it does is it starts with a little bit of a burn, and it feels a little uncomfortable. But once the burn wears in, you can actually start getting the flavors of the actual whiskey to come out. So I think the water just lessens the burn a little bit and opens it up a little bit, according to some people. I use ice in my whiskey, so I'm not one to talk. But Scott, you're here. This is your first time on a regular old school season or old school approach to the hot seat challenge. 45 minutes are on the clock, an endless barrage of trivia questions and answers.
Oh dear.
Scott, are you ready, my friend?
I am as ready as I can possibly be.
All right. Your time is going to begin after I read your first question. I will remind you at one point during the show, you can use a timeout. And at that point, you can take a couple minutes, walk away, get yourself some water, whatever you need to do. You get one timeout. Other
Oh
than
no,
that, you're not stopping.
it's
So,
okay. And I
uh,
and I don't have to take the time out if I really don't want to. Is that right?
no, we have some people that just want to power right through. And if that's who you are, by all means, my friend, we can make that happen.
All right, we should be good.
Here
Here we go.
we go. What fruit called anana by the Carib Indians symbolizes hospitality? And today, an upside down one symbolizes something else entirely.
Oh, good lord. Uh, I don't know. Pineapple?
Pineapple is a correct
Oh my god, that
answer.
was a guess.
If you don't know what an upside down pineapple symbolizes,
No,
Google is your friend.
I will Google my. Yes, as a library, I should research that. Yes.
Not on the work computer. Not on a work computer.
Oh
Moving.
right. Oh yeah. Oh, oh okay. Why was Scott fired from the library?
Let's just say it has something to do with open
The
relationships.
answer is upside down pineapple.
In the children's book by Crockett Johnson, what color is Harold's crayon?
It is a purple crayon.
Purple is a correct answer. At which West Coast university did Jerry Yang and David Philo launch a project that became the internet company Yahoo?
Oh boy, where did they start Yahoo? West Coast University, you said, right?
That's what I said, yes.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go for a big one. UCLA.
Not a bad guess. Stanford's actually what we're looking
Oh,
for.
okay. Yeah.
Stanford. What pale yellow liquid component of blood is often collected from college students in need of quick cash?
Oh boy. What's it called? Jeez, Louise. Uh, oh no. Oh boy, why can't I think of the word? Is no? Is it no? Is it hemoglobin? No,
It is not.
no.
Plasma is what we're looking
Oh,
for.
plasma. Oh yeah, okay. I just
All
watched
right.
that on MASH. I just heard him say it like 8 times. Good lord, what's wrong with me?
I guarantee they didn't show it.
No, I'm guaranteed they didn't show it.
Iranian, the Iranian-born businessman Al Yaganeh was the inspiration behind what classic Seinfeld character?
Um, the soup Nazi.
Soup Nazi is
I
correct.
think what they called him. I was thinking, no soup for you. I know he has a name.
All right. What U.S. state's history of mining has earned the state the nickname the Silver State?
I believe I believe the oh boy. I believe it's Nevada.
Nevada is correct. Nicely done. An 18th century British diplomat, Baron St. Helens, lends his name to a famous American what?
No one cares. A can you repeat the question for me? I'm sorry. That was a little too sarcastic. What could you repeat the question for me,
Of
please?
course. An 18th century British diplomat named Baron St. Helens lends his
Oh,
name to a famous American what?
it's a well, oh gosh. It's a I'm gonna say two things. It's a mountain volcano. It's Mount St. Helens.
Yes,
Yeah.
mountain or volcano are both acceptable answers. Logophobia, Logophobia, is an irrational fear of what?
Could it be words?
Words is correct. In some cases, hands only CPR can be as effective as the original method, which also involves adding what additional component?
I believe they still call it the Heimlich maneuver.
I know hands only CPR.
Oh,
If
oh,
you, if
oh,
you,
I'm sorry. Just say no. You need the other part of it where we
yep,
blown the guy's mouth.
yes,
It's mouth to mouth resuscitation is what you're looking for, I
exactly.
believe. Yes,
That is
I'm
what we're
sorry.
looking for.
Thank you for allowing me to understand what you're asking me.
I wanted to make sure I didn't step over that. So if
No,
I did, I
mouth to
apologize.
mouth resuscitation. I understand now is what the answer is. Yes.
Here we go. Founded in 1958, the FAA is a government agency controlled by what U.S. department?
I'm gonna go with transportation.
Transportation is correct. Who became president after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln?
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson is correct. And then set the country back 50 years. All right.
That's right. He was great. He just he just knew what he was doing.
All right. The title of a 1955 Marilyn Monroe film suggests that spouses itch to stray after how many years of marriage?
After 7 years, the 7 year itch.
I am 9 years in, and I still haven't had that yet. So I'm going to take that as a
I'm
win.
I'm I'm over 25 years together and 15 years married, so the itch is long gone. What you can take that whatever that means.
Who was the first female swimmer to represent the United States in 5 different Olympic Games?
Great question. It's going to be someone wonderful. I tell you, our women swimmers in the history of the Olympics have been phenomenal. They just really are. I'm gonna 5 Olympic games. Well, I'm just gonna go with the first name that's hitting me, and I could be wrong, but I know she's been in a lot of games. Is it Katie Ledecky?
Unfortunately, not Katie Ledecky. Dara Torres is what we're looking
Oh,
for.
Dara
Dara
Torres. Yeah, she's
Torres.
wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and she did it right into her 40s, I believe. And yeah,
I believe that's right, actually. All right. An aubergine is another word for what vegetable?
and eggplant.
Eggplant is correct. Which of these is not an actual comic book superhero?
Oh,
Green
jeez.
Lantern, Green Hornet, Green Hammer.
Green Hammer.
Green Hammer is correct.
Okay, I thought that was a trick question. I've heard of the other ones. Okay.
The U.S. government issues federal Stafford loans to help borrowers pay for what?
College.
College or continuing education is
Yeah.
correct. Known to film buffs, what is the singular form for the word criteria?
Criterion.
Criterion is correct. Who played King George VI in the movie A King's Speech?
The wonderful Colin Firth.
In his probably his
Y-
best role.
It really, and you watch it again, and it holds. That movie is so beautifully done.
It's
Really is.
wonderful. It's a wonderful movie.
Really is. And they're all good. Everyone's good in it.
What type of craftsman can we thank for making the oak barrels that whiskey is aged in? Would it be a farrier, a cooper, or a blacksmith?
They were Coopers.
They were coopers. That is
Yeah,
correct.
barrel maker is a Cooper.
Once the center of the Khmer Empire, Khmer, the Angkor Wat Temple is featured on what Asian country's flag?
Cambodia.
Cambodia is a correct answer. On Saturday Night Live, David Spade popularized the catchphrase "bye-bye" in his role as a what?
He was a flight attendant, a very obnoxious flight attendant.
In a hilarious flight attendant.
Hilarious flight attendant. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
What is
Bye bye. Okay,
what
sorry.
is the second most commonly spoken language in the world?
The second most commonly spoken language in the world. Gosh, it's going to be something. It's going to be something we've all heard of. Um, I'm going to go on a limb and think that Chinese is the first, or Mandarin, or many forms of Chinese. But gosh, the second. Good lord, I, I'm blanking. I'm. Is it English? I don't know. English. I'm going to say
It is not English. It's actually
no.
Spanish.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. What are we, like, third or fourth or fifth or something? It's like,
I think we're actually moving our way up because it doesn't
yeah.
say it's the primary language; it says the most spoken language. And
Yeah,
there's a lot of
no, I
people in.
understand most spoken, yeah, and
Yeah,
I do am I right in Chinese, I would think is the first, I would
I would assume. I
think,
would assume
I would assume.
Mandarin is the first.
Man,
Maybe not though, because it's only spoken in
yeah, you're
mainland
right, it's
China.
not spoken in the entire country, so I don't actually know the answer to that. Okay.
Let's take. We can actually
Let's
circle that one and circle back
we'll
to it.
take an L on that one, I'm sorry.
Let's take a look here. In 1987, which global treaty phased out ozone depleting chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs?
Yes, good lord, what's it called? 1987. It was the for God's sake, Scott, what's it called? Can you read the question for me again?
I will try.
Thank you.
In 1987, what global treaty phased out ozone depleting chlorofluorocarbons or CFCs?
It's not coming to me. What the heck is the name of that treaty? Um, oh, for God's sakes, it was the. Oh, when you say it, I will. I do know it. I just. I'm sorry, I'm going to take an L on it. I can't think of the name of it. I'm sorry.
It's called the Montreal Protocol.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
All right. Which children's game traditionally ends when someone reaches the term tensies?
Really? Tensies. Oh. Brr. Oh. Is it Jax?
It is Jax. Nice
Thank.
pull, Scott.
Wow. That was. I literally had a flashback of my entire childhood. Hopscotch came to mind. Then dodgeball. Then I saw us playing jacks. I said, "Oh,
That is
now
awesome.
I'm back with you, Chris. I've come back to the present." Did
I
you
am
all journey?
so glad.
Everyone on the podcast, did you journey along with me back to my longing days and the youth of Connecticut?
Is that the game where you used to bounce the ball and grab as
Mhm.
many as you could?
Well, that's when I finally figured it out. You bounce the ball and you took one, and bounce the ball took two, and took three. Yeah, and you could
Okay,
only hold 10 in your hand.
all right, let's see here. Made with coconut milk, potatoes, and peanuts, Massaman curry, Massaman, is a popular dish from what country?
Massaman curry. Oy.
Sounds delicious.
It. I well, I'm wrong, but I mean, oh boy. Say the ingredients again, please.
The ingredients
Or the
were
whole. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
made with coconut milk,
Mm,
potatoes, and peanuts. Massaman curry is a popular dish from what country?
boy. The coconut was throwing me. I'm gonna say the Philippines.
Not a bad
No.
guess. Thailand, actually.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was in India. I knew it had to
Coconut
be.
milk threw me off there a little
Yeah,
bit
that's
too.
what threw me off. Yeah.
All right. The cities of Indio and Palm Springs are located in which California valley?
Oh boy. Where's Palm Springs? It's in the what valley? Is it? I don't know. San Fernando Valley? No.
Unfortunately, it's the Coachella Valley.
Well, of course it is.
I'm just not popular enough to be able to go visit, but Coachella's a really
No,
good sport.
no, no one wants to take me. We'll go together, Chris, and we'll just stand on the fringe of it and look.
I don't. I'm just gonna be there in my cargo shorts and my cutoff t-shirt, and I will
with,
try my
with,
best to fit in.
with whiskey teaching me how to drink scotch on the edge. It
Yes,
would be great.
yes.
See, I am Scottish, and I do want to someday try scotch. So
Uh,
move on, move on.
we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Let's see here. Which classic arcade game did scientists mimic to create a tiny maze for studying predator-prey behaviors of microbes?
How about Pac-Man?
Pac-Man is a correct answer. What star is most commonly used to help navigators determine direction?
The North Star or Polaris?
And if you played Learnedly today, you knew that answer. What is the world's largest landlocked country by landmass? Or total area, I guess.
Say it one more time. The what?
What is the world's largest landlocked country by total area?
Landlocked country by total area.
Mhm.
Hoika boika. Landlocked. Well, how about we go over this part of the world and say it's one of two. Boy, I'm gonna go with Bolivia. Shoot, it's not.
No, you're in the wrong part of the country.
Damn.
Northeast, it's Kazakhstan.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know I was there first and I left there because I didn't think any of them were bigger than the ones in South America.
Which small aquatic animal is able to withstand the vacuum of space and generally makes its living sucking the juices out of plants?
Generally makes its living. Is that what you said?
That's how I can't change how the wording is.
Is who is paying this animal to suck the plants? Can with boy this animal's got a lot going for it. It can withstand. What? Tell me again what it can do.
What small aquatic
Yeah.
animal is able to withstand the vacuum of space and generally makes its living sucking the juices out of plants?
Boy howdy. I don't know. Why would anybody know that?
One scientist who did the study.
One sci yeah, someone who studies this animal knows all about it. It's a common animal, right? It's something I've heard
No,
of?
it's
No,
it's
it
not
is
one
not.
I've ever heard of.
Oh, all right. No, then I'm sorry. I have absolutely no idea. Frog. I have no idea.
It's called a tardigrade or a water bear.
You're making up animals just to fool me.
Yes, half these questions are fake.
That's right. And I have to decipher which ones they are.
God bless her on Jay Borsum's episode. She said that any answers that she gets right is because she's really smart, and any ones that she got wrong is because I made up the answer.
It's because you made up the question. Yeah.
Exactly how this goes.
Because there can possibly be no animal that can withstand the rigors of space. I'm sorry, humans can't. How can an animal? I don't even understand that.
I don't either. I'll highlight that. We got two we're gonna come back and look at. On a classic Seinfeld episode, George undergoes a phenomenon called shrinkage as a result of doing what?
Okay. Cold water, we'll put it that way, and his mail package gets smaller because of the cold water. Swimming.
I was in the pool.
I was in the pool. That's right.
Yes, that is the correct answer.
That's the second Seinfeld question I've gotten. So
it is, and I love Seinfeld, so it's not shocking. There's a few of those.
As do I. I absolutely love Seinfeld.
What muscle car rolled off the assembly line in March of 1964, selling over 400,000 in its first year of production?
Well, I'm going to go with my favorite car in the universe, and a Mustang.
Ford Mustang is a correct answer.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
I used to own a 1964 and a half
Ooh.
Mustang. It was the 102nd off the line, and someone sold it at cheap because they needed the money. And my father and I had it for about a year and a half, and then we sold it. But it was baby blue, it was powder blue, it was pony interior, the whole thing, and it was my favorite thing. And to this day, that is the Mustang, the 1964-65 Mustang is just the classic car to me of all time.
That is beautiful. That's a beautiful car.
Yeah.
I'm not even a car guy, but even
no, and my father was a bigger car guy. I do like cars, but that one just stands right out as the 20th century's best thing.
I'll give that to you. What is the largest member of the brass family in an orchestra?
It's either one of two things. Yes, Scott, it's one of many of the brass instruments in here. I'm gonna say them both. It's either a tuba or a sousaphone, but I'm gonna go with a tuba.
Tuba is a correct answer.
Okay.
All right, Scott, we're going to move right along here. The monthly magazine known as Q Sport, Cuesport, is primarily targeted towards
Oh,
enthusiasts of what game?
I'm gonna say billiards or pool.
Billiards is a correct answer. The 36 Doric columns on the Lincoln Memorial are symbolic of what?
The states in the Union when he was the president of the United States.
That is a correct answer. Angry over their government's finance policies, in 2011, protesters in what country started hurling yogurt at police?
Repeat that again. Angered is what you said. Yeah, just repeat it for me, please.
Oh,
Thanks.
I stumbled over that one a little
That's
bit.
okay.
Here we go. Angry over their
Oh,
government's financial policies, in 2011, protesters in what country started hurling yogurt at police?
in what year again? I'm sorry.
2011.
Um, boy, I'm gonna say Greece.
I have had their yogurt. I don't blame them for throwing it at all. Greece is a correct
Good.
answer.
Okay.
What kind of fish did the angler in Old Man and the Sea hook in Ernest Hemingway's masterpiece?
It's a great question. Everybody thinks it's one kind, but it's a whole nother fish. I believe, I believe it's a marlin.
Marlin is a correct
Yeah.
answer.
Good.
Easier without the Jeopardy buzzer in your hand, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. In the wireless phone abbreviation 4G or 5G,
Oh,
what does the G stand for?
oh boy, I say it all the time. Oh my gosh. Isn't that this is there has to be a word for this, and I'm sure the thing you say all the time, but you actually never have known what it meant. Um, we do it all the time with things.
Yep.
And this is one of those things. 5G, gigabyte. I have no idea what it means.
Not a bad guess. Simpler than that. Generation is what it means.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I honestly didn't know that. Wow.
Which fictional Charles Dickens character shares its name with a 1970s rock band?
Hmm. Yeah. Oh boy. Uh, U- Uriah Heep.
Uriah Heep is a correct answer, Scott. Nicely
Thank
done.
you very much.
Holy crap. All right. What do scientists term the living matter that makes up all plant and animal cells?
What?
The question is poorly worded. I will yell at Tim for this. I'm sure it's Tim's fault. What term did scientists give to the living matter that makes up all plant and animal cells?
The living matter that makes up all plant and animal cells. Um, uh, wow. Why can't I think of what this is? No, it's not. Well, not atoms. What make up the cells? Nucleus? Uh, I'm sorry. I just don't understand. I'm going to say an atom. I have no idea. But
They've got protoplasm here. I'm going to throw this
oh,
question out and give you one at the end because
can you
that question is
please?
poorly worded.
Because
Yes.
and then let's just blame Tim for 5 minutes.
Oh, we're not going to do 5 minutes. We're going to get.
Okay.
We'll give Tim a good, healthy finger wag.
We love Tim. Tim is a
We
wonderful
do, and there
person
are
too.
7,000 questions on this sheet. I
Yeah.
have no idea if it's one of Tim's or
Thank
not.
you for throwing that. Give me some time on that. Sorry.
You'll get one question at the end if
You're a
you get
good
that
man.
one. Which designer, who was a Studio 54 regular, made Jackie Kennedy's trademark pillbox hat for her husband's inauguration?
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was Oleg Cassini.
I have Halston.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right.
Halston is
Oleg
the
Cassini designed her dresses mostly, but yeah.
All
And
right.
Halston was at Studio 54. No, I think Oleg Cassini was dead by then. So I defer to your answer.
Which cartoon character is honored with a statue in Crystal City, Texas, the spinach capital of the world?
Popeye the Sailor Man.
Popeye is correct. Robin Williams' best role of all time, right? We can all agree
I
on that.
absolutely love that. Shelley Duvall, man, I'll tell you, she was born to play olive oil.
Okay, I know she wasn't born to play Diane. Moving right along. The phrase going against the grain originally referred to a more difficult method of doing what?
uh, uh, mm, uh, planting or crop planting.
Not a bad guess.
Oh, I know what it is. No, no, I know what it is.
It's too
It's
late.
the
You already
wood. It's
know.
about the
Yeah.
wood, right?
You're
It's wood. It's about
going
wood.
against the grain in the wood is a
Yeah.
correct answer, but you already gave your
I
answer.
know, I know. That was
Going
dumb.
against the grain,
That was
going
dumb.
insane,
Go ahead.
going
No, go ahead. Go next. Next. Don't waste my time. Go
sorry.
next.
Yes. The Mossad is a secret intelligence agency of what country?
Israel.
Israel is correct. On The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King soundtrack, Renee Fleming sings in what language?
Elfin. I don't
No,
know how to.
Sindarin. Sindarin's what we're looking for.
Okay. Hmm.
In Einstein's famous E equals mc squared, what does the C stand for?
The speed of light.
Speed of light is a correct answer. What American snack giant began business as the National Biscuit Company?
Nabisco.
Nabisco is correct. Which artist gained attention as a graffiti writer who used the moniker Samo to tag buildings and trains? SAMO.
Well, I know who I'm thinking of, and that doesn't even at all connect to his actual name, so I'm afraid of that answer. Um, Say the question again, please. I'm sorry.
Yep. Which artist gained attention as a graffiti writer who used the moniker Samo, SAMO, to tag buildings and trains?
Boy, that Sam was throwing me, but I'm going to go with Basquiat.
Basquiat is
Oh, for
correct.
God's sake. He's the only graffiti artist who came an artist that I could think of.
Where in your body would you find the cochlea?
In your ear.
Cochlea is in your ear. That's a correct answer. In a 2006 hit single, Justin Timberlake repeatedly claims to be bringing what back?
It was gone, and he brought it back. Sexy back.
Sexy is a correct answer.
One of the funniest Saturday Night Live skits, him on that boat as the Irish immigrant. That is, it was gone, and I brought it back.
I have not heard of that. I have not thought about that skit in a while. I'm
Just
glad you
so
brought that
funny.
back. A famous series of silent movies features a gang of slapstick comedians called the Keystone what?
Cops.
Keystone Cops is
Both
correct.
with a K.
There it is. If you were born on May 24th, what is your astrological sign?
Oh boy. May 24th. I believe Aries. Gemini.
Gemini is correct. When spelled as one word, what baseball Hall of Famer's last name means having a pH level more than 7?
Huh?
Yeah, let me walk this back a little bit. It's not worded correctly.
Could you walk us all through that question, please?
When spelled as one
One
word,
word.
what baseball Hall of Famer's name means having a pH of greater than 7? So if you put this guy's first and last name together,
Oh,
it means the word that it
the
forms
word.
means having a pH greater than 7.
Isn't that? And I'm thinking the baseball player or the word.
It's the same answer.
It's the same answer. Oh my God. Why? What's
They're
wrong
not
with me?
spelled the same, by the way.
No. Oh my God. Acidic. Al, 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 alkaline.
Alkaline is correct.
Oh my God. That was a flashback to the pool back in the 90s. Yeah. Good Lord. Chris, I wasn't expecting my childhood to come up this much, man. I can hear my father now. Do the alkaline test. I can hear it ringing in my ears.
All right. Which of these actors had a brief, if memorable, nude scene in the comedy classic Animal House? Kevin Bacon, John Belushi, or Donald Sutherland?
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland did. Kevin Bacon would have his years later in Wild Things.
That's right.
Moving right along.
Do you know why he did it, by the way? He wanted to make the actress feel comfortable because the director, John Landis, had made, I think it was Karen Allen in the movie, come out naked, and she didn't feel comfortable doing it. So Donald Sutherland dropped his drawers and came out naked with her.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Didn't
he
know that
wanted
at
to make her not feel ashamed of doing it.
Let's see here. Which classic children's book took shape when the author was inspired by watching tiny spiders on his New York City apartment spin web after web?
I'm going to guess it's Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's Web is a correct answer. Moving over to music.
Uh-oh.
What brother and sister duo covered Dolly Parton's song Jolene in 2000? In the year 2000.
Oh. Brother and sister duo. Um, brother and sister
I
duo.
should say brother and sister are in quotation marks. I think this has been like questioned
Could
with what
this
they're.
be the White Stripes?
It is the White
Okay,
Stripes.
because they're not really.
They're
Right?
not.
They're not married. Or maybe they were. I forget what the real answer is. There's some real weird thing
There
to
was
look.
a while there where they claimed to be
They
brother and
claim they
sister.
were brother and
Yeah.
sister, right? Yeah. Okay, that's what just threw me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right. On a classic episode of The Brady Bunch, Jan makes up an imaginary boyfriend with what name?
And the same name that is used by Christian Wig in Bridesmaids, George Glass.
George Glass is correct.
He's dreamy.
Him and Mr. Cellophane are about the same. Look right through him. All right. What is the famous city in Kentucky that is home to the Slugger baseball bats?
Uh huh.
So what's the name of the city where Slugger baseball bats are
I
made?
getcha. What is wrong? Oh my God, the Louisville Slugger.
The Louisville Slugger is correct. Said to be invented by British officers in India in the 1800s, snooker is a form of what game?
I believe we're going back to pool or
We're back
billiards.
to billiards. That is
Mhm.
correct. All right. What carpeting style is also the word for descendant of pre-Arabian inhabitants of North Africa? What carpeting
Get
style?
out of here with these questions. What carpeting style? Say it again. What carpeting style?
What carpeting style is also the word for descendants of pre-Arabian inhabitants of North Africa?
Uh,
So it's a kind of
Are,
carpet that you can go in the store and buy, but it
are,
also matches that name.
are they Persian? Is that what you're looking for? No.
No, they're Berber.
Oh,
Berber
you
is what you're looking
Berber.
for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yep, absolutely.
All
I was
right.
on a roll there for a while.
You were. Curtis Stonen is a famous Australian what?
Stonen or
Stonen. Stonen. First name Curtis.
Curtis Stonen?
Is a famous Australian what? What is he famous for?
Well, I, I can only know that Curtis Stone is a chef.
Okay. I have chef, so we're going to give you the points there.
Yeah, it's Curtis Stone. You can get rid of that N. His name is Curtis Stone. He's on TV and everything.
That one, actually, I think it's from my bucket, so I'm going to own that one. I'll take the L on that one.
Okay.
Which of these flowers has a common yoga pose named after it? The lotus, the orchid, or the carnation?
The Lotus.
The lotus is a correct one. Craftsmen known as shapers and glassers are involved in the production of what type of sporting equipment?
Hmm. Oh. Boy. Can you repeat it one? I'm sorry. Say it
Yep.
one more time.
Craftsmen known as shapers and glassers are involved in the production of what kind of sports equipment?
Are they? It's one of two things. Is it surfboards?
Surfboards is
Oh
correct.
my god! I was going to go with skis or surfboards. I knew it had to be something to make it smooth.
No, you've got it. You got about 14 and a half minutes left, Scott.
Okay, here we go.
Moving right along. In a fitting in a fitting turn of events for the logging industry, what do you call a female lumberjack?
Rare. A female lumberjack. A female lumberjack. Uh, oh, well. Oh, is is it a lumberjill?
It is a lumberjill.
Oh my
Nicely
god!
done.
I was
Some of these
thinking way
are
too hard. I was
some of
thinking
these,
way too hard on that.
what I love about this game is that some questions are very simple, some questions are very
And it
hard, and
makes
you
you
have to
go, well,
determine.
maybe they're tree loving. Yeah.
All right, premiering in 1937, what animated movie became Disney's first feature-length film?
Snow White and the Seven Dwarves.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is correct. For over 30 years, United Airlines ad slogans urged travelers to fly what kind of skies?
The Friendly Skies.
Friendly skies is correct. All right, there are two chemical elements that begin with a T and end with an N. Name them.
Both.
Name both, yes.
Both. Oh dear Lord. Well, one is. Oh boy, I'm not. I don't know if it's begins with a T. Wait, what? Say it again.
There are two
The whole
chemical
name,
elements.
not just the two-letter abbreviation. The whole word begins with a.
The whole word begins with the first letter is a T, the last letter is an N.
Uh huh. Oh, tin. Tin is one of them,
Tin is one.
and tungsten.
Tin and tungsten are
Oh
correct
my god!
answers. Nicely
Again, thinking
done.
way too hard.
All right. An 1899 poem that begins, I know what the caged bird feels, inspired the title of whose 1969 memoirs?
The wonderful Maya Angelou.
Maya Angelou is a correct answer. Known for its spiciness, what Italian pasta sauce has a name that literally translates to brother devil?
Brother Devil. Wow. Um, Brother Devil. I'm not Italian for brother. Fra. Oh, Fra Diavolo.
Fra Diavolo
Oh
is
my
correct.
God. Oh boy, my childhood, man. You were testing my whole life.
Oh man.
I feel like I'm on Slumdog Millionaire, and like the only way I'm going to get these is that you go through my entire life experience.
All right. We're going to slow it down a little bit easier here. During
Yeah,
which war was Valley Forge a winter military encampment?
everyone knows. No, the American Revolutionary War.
American Revolutionary War is correct. Neil deGrasse Tyson added his own brand of nerd charisma to a 2014 remake of what popular 1970s television series?
Huh? Uh, oh,
So,
what was he? Was
so Neil deGrasse
yeah.
Tyson added his own brand of nerd charisma to a 2014 remake of what popular 1970s television series?
It was oh was 70s, right?
Mhm.
Oh, he's space Cosmos.
Cosmos is correct. He's a big Carl Sagan fan, so he
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
Who isn't?
Consisting of food served in a specialized box, bento is a popular type of meal served to what native to what country?
I believe bento boxes are Japanese to
They are.
Japan.
Japan is correct. Sampling a 1984 song and flipping the words in its title, Jay-Z had a top 40 hit in 2010 called what?
Of course he did. Uh, Say it again. He what? He
Yep.
flipped some
Sam-
words and
so sampling a 1984 song and flipping the words in its title, Jay-Z had a top 40 hit in 2010 called what? So the 1984 version had this title, and then Jay-Z just flipped the words the other way around for his title.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know.
So Jay-Z's title was called Young Forever. It would be
Oh,
Forever Young.
forever young. I'm
Mhm.
gonna.
Forever
My favorite,
Young.
Alphaville. Nobody knows Alphaville anymore. If you don't know who Alphaville is, find
Um,
them on the internets now.
I will find them on YouTube Music. Well, let's see
Absolutely.
here. You got about 9 minutes left.
Okay.
Which of these music legends has a daughter who is an acclaimed fashion designer? Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, or Johnny Rotten?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney is the correct
And
answer.
Stella. Yeah.
Super Bowl winning coach Jimmy Johnson made his reality TV show debut on what show in 2010?
Mm-hmm. Oh, was he on Survivor?
He was on Survivor. Nicely
Yeah.
done.
I'm a Survivor guy.
What kind of large fly is the fastest insect on Earth and has been timed at speeds upwards of 90 miles an hour?
90 miles an hour. Say it again. What? Okay.
What type of large fly is known as the fastest insect on Earth and has been timed at speeds up to 90 miles an hour? It's a type of fly.
Type of fly. Uh, I don't know. I have no idea.
It's a horsefly.
Oh, okay. No idea.
All right. Famous for his attempts to predict the future, 16th century physician.
Nostradamus. Move on. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I didn't mean to be so rude. Well, that's probably not the whole question. Go ahead.
Famous for his attempts to predict the future, 16th century physician Nostradamus hailed from what country?
Oh, Arr. Whoa. Oh my gosh. See what you get when you're an a-hole. Uh, where was Nostradamus from? Somewhere. He lived somewhere. Well, I'm gonna say because that's a funny name. That's not really what his name was. I don't know. France.
France is a correct
Oh my
answer.
god.
Wow.
Because I think it was all written in French originally. That's why.
In the 1960s, the FBI conducted an investigation into the unintelligible lyrics of what popular song?
Oh, could it be Louie Louie?
Louie Louie is a correct answer. What food-related phrase refers to a simple task or an easily achieved goal?
Um,
Or in my case, very obvious jokes.
e- Easy as pie. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of phrase. I'm confused. Uh, I don't know. Easy as pie. I don't know.
I'm giving that to you. That is a good one. They have low-hanging fruit written here, but
Oh,
that
okay.
easy
Yeah,
as
I
pie
just
does
yeah. Okay.
fit the mold
Thanks.
as
Yeah, I'm
well.
sorry. Yep.
No, you're good. In 2011, Time magazine named what movies Jack Torrance as the worst fictional father of all time?
Uh-huh. That would be the Shining.
The Shining is a correct answer.
Here's Johnny.
Johnny. All right, about 6 minutes left here. Pound for pound, what marine animal has the strongest bite in the animal kingdom?
It's that weird animal from earlier that also lives in space. Pound for pound, what animal? What?
Pound for pound, what marine animal has the strongest bite in the animal kingdom?
Bite.
I will tell you, this animal's got a bite powerful enough to equal roughly 30 times their body weight.
Oh my god. Uh, wow. I don't know. I have no idea.
Known for a series of movies in the 70s and recently, it would be
Oh,
the piranha.
oh, of course.
All right, moving right along here. Who were the only two U.S. presidents to be buried at Arlington National Cemetery?
John Kennedy. Um, and someone else. Um, huh? I believe it's someone really that you're not going to expect. I've been there. My uncle's buried there actually. Um, I think that it is Wilson.
Unfortunately
It's
not. You're right
Taft.
there. It's
It's
William Howard
Taft.
Taft.
Yeah, shoot.
All right. 4 minutes left here. What country's two official languages are French and Creole?
Haiti.
Haiti is correct. Like George Foreman, boxer Evander Holyfield released what type of kitchen gadget in 2007?
Uh-huh. A kitchen gadget?
Yep. Like
Um,
George Foreman, boxer Evander Holyfield
oh,
released what type of kitchen gadget in 2007?
yeah. Is it? I'm gonna say, is it like a fryer or a isn't it
No,
no?
it was a Evander Holyfield grill.
Oh, a
The
grill. Well, that's kind
Foreman
of what I
grill.
meant, but okay, yeah, okay.
All right. A couple described as Sam and Diane refers to an on again, off again duo named after what classic sitcom?
Cheers.
Yours is correct. Cohiba, Dutch Master, and Padron are all brands of what?
Cohiba? Dutch?
Cohiba, Dutch Master, and Padron, Padron, are all brands of what?
Are they cigars?
They are all
Uh,
cigars. Nicely done. Which city is home to one of the world's oldest natural history museums, which includes a grand gallery of evolution?
a grand gallery of evolution. Which I'm sorry. Say it again.
So, which city is
City.
home? Yep,
Well, let's go back to France. How about Paris?
Paris is correct. Which dazzling nighttime art installation of flames on water originated in Providence, Rhode Island in 1994?
Wow. Flames on water. 1994.
Mhm.
Flames on water. I, I'm goofy for not knowing. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's move on. I don't know.
That's a water fire is what we're looking
Oh,
for
okay.
there.
Don't really know what that is. Okay.
On which reality TV series do teams confront roadblocks, U turns, and detours?
The Amazing Race.
Amazing Race is correct.
One of the best shows on TV.
Unimpressed by cuppies, split lifts, and basket tosses, a federal judge ruled in 2010 that what is not a sport?
Uh, 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 Bodybuilding.
Close.
Uh, uh,
Cheerleading.
oh, okay.
Yeah, bowling is still a sport. Cheerleading apparently is not. Moving right along.
Yes.
Which president, the first to receive a Secret Service code name, was called General, even though he was only a captain in World War One?
uh, good question. In World War One, so he had been in the 20th century. Is it? I was only a captain in World War One.
Yep. And he went on to become president. His Secret Service nickname code name was General, even though he was only a
I don't know.
captain in World War
Let's
One.
go with my friend that got me bad the last time. How about Woodrow Wilson?
Oh no,
No.
unfortunately not. I think Woodrow Wilson was around World War
Yeah.
One. This
Moving on.
was
Yeah.
Harry S. Truman.
Okay.
All right. What was Babe Ruth's real first name?
I believe it was Herman.
George,
Oh,
actually.
George
George
Herman Babe
Herman
Ruth.
Ruth.
Shoot, I did know that.
Which superhero has an alter ego reported to have the social security number 092096616?
What 092?
096616.
Who would know that? I don't know. Superman.
Superman is a correct answer.
Okay, I picked the most obvious one.
Which germ-fighting mouthwash was once sold as a floor cleaner?
Listerine?
Listerine is correct. And with that, Scott, your time is up. Now,
Rats.
we do have a couple of questions we're going to go back and look at, but you're going to get one more question because of that tricky one earlier.
Okay.
Let's jump right into it. A certain species of lemur is the only primate other than some humans to have which eye color?
Hmm. Blue?
Blue is a correct
Yeah,
answer.
good.
Damn, nicely done.
Ugh.
All right, so I want to go back and look. There were two that I need to look at, so let me mark my place here.
I knew it was George Herman. I know. I've known that since I was a child.
All right, Scott, we are back. We've done a little bit of research. The tardigrade question is correct. They actually have survived in space on their own.
Amazing.
However, the question about the second most commonly spoken language in the world is not worded correctly. They were looking for the second most commonly spoken first languages, in which case apparently Spanish is correct. Because of that, we're going to go to the very bottom. We're going to give you one additional question to see how you
Great.
can finish this off.
Okay.
Your makeup question. The classic Burberry check is a famous plaid pattern that features all but which of these colors? Emerald, golden brown, or pale taupe?
Good Lord. What are my choices?
So it features all but which of these colors? Which one?
Uh-huh.
Which one of these things is not like the other? Emerald, golden brown, or pale taupe?
Emerald.
Emerald is a correct
Oh
answer.
my God.
Scott, you survived, man. 45 minutes, no timeouts. Nicely done.
Oh yeah. No, it was a pleasure. It went by fast, I have to say.
It says you. Shit, I've
It
done this
says me,
before.
yeah.
Not
It
this
says
fast
yeah,
for me. I'm usually begging for a second time out.
Let's do another round. No.
So,
No, because you don't know water bear.
I've got you coming a rough tally. This is not an all-encompassing tally. Tim will give us that. I've got you coming in with about 70 correct answers and only about 20 incorrect answers,
That's not bad. No,
which
is that
might be our highest correct percentage of the bracket's history, which is awesome.
no?
Yes.
No way. Okay.
Not the bracket of the hot seat. That's up there. That's going to be
Oh,
up there
good.
with
Okay.
best correct percentage we've ever had. So
Well,
nicely
thank you.
done.
Well, thank you. It's also fun, and I'm sure other trivia people do that. When you get in that little roll, it's almost like even if you don't know the answer, suddenly like it'll come to you. Like it's a funny
Yeah.
thing that happens when you're on the roll. And then when you do hit the water bear question, you're like you kind of your brain just sort of shuts down a little bit because I've never heard of like it at all. So how could that be when you're a trivia hound and you've never heard of something? Like how is that even possible?
I will say this. So Asha Yusuf, one of our other Patreon subscribers, Asha
Sure.
on her first.
Oh yeah, I know. I competed against Asha. Yeah,
she's a wonderful person.
she's
I
great.
love
We
her.
had a lot of fun.
But Asha on her first true hot seat rattled off 26 correct answers in a row.
Yeah,
which is insane.
I don't think my streak was quite that long. Yeah,
It's a rather prolific streak. But Scott, thank you for coming on and play with us tonight, man. I had a really good time.
I did too, Chris. My pleasure. Really fun to be with you tonight.
We will throw this up on the Facebook group once the episode airs. Tim will put all the information on there. If you don't want to wait to find it on Facebook, you can find us on Discord. PTEBB.com/Discord will get you onto our Discord server. Yeah, we're on there more than we want to tell our bosses, but don't tell them. We'll be fine. It's all good.
That's right.
If you want to help support the show financially, the best way to do that is patreon.com/PTEBB. Or you know what? Check all the show notes for all this information. It's all there. We've had a good time tonight. My whiskey is gone. Scott, my friend, great job. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
And I've been Scott. Everyone be kind to each other.
Be good. Just be a good person. That's all we're asking.
That's
Be
right.
good. Everyone's fighting battles you know nothing about. Keep that in mind. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see y'all next week.